I look around me and all I see are people running around like headless chickens, working and barely making ends meet, gossiping, pointing fingers at anyone different, blaming, grabbing each other by the throats, cursing the system 1 second and talking about having children the next. But what do I know? I'm just a random young guy on the internet. I suppose that is both blessing and a curse in its own way. Being a nobody. The problem is when you try to make something of yourself, like maybe being an artist. Being a nobody is a big problem then, isn't it? Because it's an absolute hell to climb out of that hole, if that's even possible. That's what you get for being born into a hyper competitive culture, I suppose. You know, I haven't worked much of the normal jobs, as they are called, but the ones I did work in were absolute nightmare, and I can safely say I don't regret quitting. But the economy just demands you find something. You go out there and be a little productive slave to be exploited and thrown away when you are old and no longer useful. I didn't like this ever since I was a young teenager and even my late childhood. I looked at my parents and other adults going to work every day, coming back tired and trying to hide how much they hated their lives. That usually involved getting into fights and drama with others as a distraction. And then you have death as the punchline of our lives, like it was all a big cosmic joke, all our suffering, pain, and struggle for nothing. It matters while you are alive, of course, but after that, forget it. And we are never ready for it. It always catches us with our pants down. People don't like to talk about it, they refuse to truly acknowledge it, or are unable to do so. If you mention it, you're seen as a weirdo to be avoided or just not taken all that seriously. And of course, when death does come, and it hits us personally, it's always big sobbing and asking, why me? Why us? What are we even doing here? Sitting on labor for peanuts, watching our lives slip through our fingers, while being distracted by endless garbage all day, every day. Screens and ads surrounding us, telling us what to buy and how to feel about this or that, while slaves somewhere else in the world are forced to produce the cheap clothes we're able to buy here. And all this on a little planet that does its thing in the endless abyss that is outer space, with just silence and no one else to care about us. I don't know if I should laugh or cry.